The layering is here, the T is here, the chest is here. Let's just get crunk. Hey guys, hope you guys are all doing well today. It is Murad Morali, and let's just get into this Bkchat review. It was an absolute shambles. Let me tell you why it was a shambles, because everybody was constantly blaming women all the time for makeup as if it's a huge flaw to have rather than we should celebrate it. And I want to get into this further because the main question of today was a woman pressurized by wearing makeup and so forth. But what had happened was that the conversation had trajectorized into Lucas and the majority of the boys talking about how makeup is a form of suppression.
My thing is this, yeah, if you don't appreciate yourself, how can you let or allow social media, business, corporations to determine your value?
We're looking at it as if, you know, why did the women wear it? And then the women of the debate had to justify to the men as to why they had to wear, what were the reasons, the insecurities, and that wasn't the question. The question wasn't why women should justify to men as to why they wear makeup. The question was, what are the sources as to why women are pressurized to wear makeup. So the reason why the conversation went that way, because it reflects the societal structure that we live in today, where we put too much pressure on women. It's simple as that. We put way too much pressure on them. And I feel like that's simply unfair. People can wear makeup because they want to, and we don't be well topic by the fact that men wear makeup. Men wear makeup now just as much as women. It's all changing. The world is constantly changing. So I don't understand why, you know, if you want to put this whole thing of deceive people, deception, men deceive people as well. But we had to force all the women to justify for their actions for why they're wearing it. They were all questioned back there in the police station. This is 21 questions. But we're going to get into this slowly. It's going to be a long review because there are a lot of things that I picked up on that really did irritate me. But let me just drink my tea in peace, child, because this light ring is on fleek. First and foremost, Omar has lost all credibility. Let me say that to you now. He has lost all credibility in my eyes as a person in general. When he makes points, he's just waffling.
Yeah, but it wasn't such a thing. It was only until like I grew up in maybe like I'd say maybe like 1920s that I started to see that makeup was the thing.
There's no sense. I don't know what he's saying anymore. He has lost credibility since he was moving like Lucas's #1 follower, and we all picked up on it as people. We disliked it. We saw the side of him that we didn't like. We carry that with him now, and I don't see him as one of the main characters on the show. That particular debate, and he didn't add anything. He only added air to that debate. He was only breathing. What did he add? Every time he was speaking, nonsense was coming out. No shade, no tea.
I don't want to throw the whole black thing out there, but listen, you are of the darker shade, baby. Get with the program.
When I first met...
I don't mean to be rude to him, but I wasn't checking. Long story short, I'm no longer checking for him anymore. I'm no longer checking for him. I don't see what he does. He's not adding to the conversation anymore. His points weren't valued in this debate. And since that incident with Lucas and Adrian, and he was being #1 follower, smiling and doing all this nonsense shade, he's gone down in the rankings of my credibility, and his points haven't been great either. So I feel like there was a good hype about him when he first came onto the show. However, that has, in my opinion, dropped, unfortunately. And that's just me being truthful. I'm not here to just say I love this person when I don't anymore. And it's a bit of a shame. Number 2, where's Reva? Where's Adrian? Don't piss me off. Where is Reva and Adrian? I don't have time to watch 42 minutes of these people talking about one particular area as to why women have to justify for their actions, justify for their makeup. People can wear makeup if they want to. People are going to make them if they want to look beautiful. What's wrong with looking good for yourself? More time, girls are wearing makeup for other girls because us men don't really know about the whole different types of, like, you know, mascara or tools. I don't even know what they use. I can't even give me a name because I just don't know. Sometimes girls wear it for other girls to look pretty. Sometimes girls just do it for themselves. One day wake up, you look beautiful. Why not? I don't understand why the woman on that debate had to constantly justify themselves as to why they wear makeup, and they constantly associate it with suppression. It is not always suppression, and it is really a shame.
I don't feel that wearing makeup means that I'm not secure in myself or I don't feel good about myself. Esther,
that guest, made a very great point where if men were women, I guarantee they would wear makeup too. Exactly. So I feel like it's just double standards at this point. And that's
what you're saying, Lucas. But kind of going back to the question, are we pressured to wear makeup? Yes.
Please, I went with someone to actually give me one point where Wale has been saying that's actually useful. Like, it's been 2 seasons and this guy talks nonsense. What has he done in the show? What is he adding? I'm really trying to find out, because it's been nearly 2 seasons now and this guy hasn't put one useful comment or something that's active, that's valued to the topic of the show. I don't know what he's adding to the show either. He's just sitting there taking up space. No shade, no tea, sibling, don't do it, you're beautiful without the skin, you're beautiful without. I'm thinking, okay, you're making sense, but where was this throughout the whole 2 seasons? Because you're just waffling. I'll tell you who was shining for me, who just came to me in this episode and who was coming through my soul, and that was Ayo.
Makeup, I said she's beautiful, then she had the opportunity to enhance that with makeup, and she still looked beautiful. There's days where she wears makeup,
she looks good.
This guy actually answered the question. He talked about how it's consumers, how it's the product, it's everywhere, social media. This is probably one reason as to why women are pressurized. He was answering the question as to why women wear makeup honestly and so forth. This was the topic that he was talking about, and said that women can wear makeup, it's an expression, why not? Like, let them do it, celebrate it as well. So I was thinking, yes, to preach. I was listening to this guy and he was talking the most sense in this entire topic, entire show, and I'm glad that he was, because if he was not there, I would have just tuned out, because everybody else on the men's side, I didn't understand what they were saying. Lucas kept on seeing makeup as a flaw. He kept on seeing it as a problem. You're not being real. You're not being yourself. You're not being beautiful. You're not being pure. And I'm just like,
oh shit, you actually look like this. But then it's our fault. It's the consumer's fault. You're the one buying this shit.
even Esther was saying, I can't judge someone who wants to change their skin and bleach, right? Which I can understand. But at the end of the day, you got surgery.
A bit lighter so they look prettier, because I believe you should be you should feel beautiful in the skin that you are.
You got surgery. You changed yourself because you didn't like it for a certain particular audience. So what I'm saying, when Esther makes these comments, she has to be very careful, because people can easily, like me, bounce it right back at her. Like the people who rose from me, shined for me on this show, as Ryan made some great points as well.
I wouldn't blame men. I think they contribute. There's a load of contributing factors. I wouldn't blame men. I do think they play a part, even if it's not intentional. We all have these ideas of what beauty is. And
she was talking about her insecurities, and she leveled it with that topic, which can make sense. Io definitely stood out for me, probably the best. Even the guest, Esther, she stood out for me as well. I just feel like people, no shade, I don't mean to be, I feel like people might think I hate Esther or Lucas. I don't actually just hate them, but I just feel like Esther was talking so much, like, she wouldn't breathe, like, she would like some long sentences. I don't know if anybody else thought that, but I feel like, wow, can we just cut to someone else?
Yeah, I was hitting them top 5 lists of, the good looking guy in school. And I didn't enhance nothing, I just kept it 100 with me.
The conversation was going was it only women do it, they're the bad people, they're on this, men are on this pedestal, and I'm just like, just cut this nonsense out, because let's be real, your mum wears makeup as well. But you want to be talking nonsense now, but when your mum's into the equation, everybody wants to play hero. I feel like Esther, Esther Ldn made a good point about the fact that guy put a picture of her with no makeup, hair with makeup, and are you really that desperate? I feel sorry for her, because I feel like deep down that must have hurt her feelings raw, and that's something that you should not do, because that is bullying. So I'm glad that she spoke up about that, and there was confidence in her. She's learned from the situation and she's brought it up. So I do hats off to you, Esther Ldn, for bringing that up and talking about it, because whoever did that to you is actually just disgusting. Who has time for that? Like, I really don't know. And then we have this comment about turning Tinasha into Tanuke.
Tanisha turned into Tinuke. Like, I don't understand how that...
Now, I don't know where that came from, why he made that, but what he needs to understand, this may not be his intention, but what he needs to understand is it's not just him and his friends in the kitchen talking. You are on a platform where over 250,000 people are probably watching each episode. Everybody's going to perceive your comments in a very different way. Majority of people have taken it as if this person has taken the piss out of girls from his country, his continent, majority of African girls, and subsidize it from someone who's a Tinasha, which is like a European girl. And I feel like you need to be careful with what you're saying, Lucas, because people are taking it like this. And personally, I don't think your intentions were that way. However, it definitely comes across that way. And I feel like it is disgusting. You shouldn't have said it like that, but I do understand what you're saying. And then while they're making a story up about how you saw some girl called Jennifer, she wipes the makeup off, and you're thinking, who's this? Are you really that stupid? I'm really trying to find out, are you really that dumb? Because we can obviously tell if somebody goes into the toilet. First of all, if you know a girl and she goes to the toilet and comes back, you're obviously going to be her. And number two, the makeup can't be that deep for you to be thinking, what the hell is going on? Who is it? Like, you can tell who it is, regardless of, it's not that deep. I feel like people are tempted to exaggerate this topic into something like as if when women wear makeup, they become these angels, and without it, they're demons. Like, it's not even that deep.
Bro, I thought Jennifer said she had a 3-yard. Who are you? She goes, oh no, I'm Jennifer. Bruh.
It really just stresses me. That's why people believe that we are forcing women to justify for their actions. Makeup is a beautiful thing for expression. Well, look good in the club, so what? That's fine. You men are wearing, they're pumped up in the gym, get your shirts out and everything, and then you want to try to say why women wear makeup. Like, what power play is this nonsense? Because I'm really not here for it. I'm not entertaining it. Not today, not tomorrow, not never. What I can say is this debate, I feel like, was shambles, because they were constantly focusing on one topic. Men have to make women to justify for their actions. People like Io actually answered the question. Gogo was lost somewhere, I don't know what he was doing. But Io was actually answered the question about the sources that are everywhere for why people are pressurized to wear makeup, number one. Number two, men wear makeup too. Number three, there are cultures everywhere where men wear makeup and women don't. A lot of cultures are in the Middle East, not in the Middle East, in South Asia, where the men wear eyeliner and so forth, and they see it as a form of expression. That didn't get brought up. So I feel like this conversation was very one perspective. It should have been multi. Different things should have come in. We're missing Sia, who would have raised a point there or two. Adrian and Riva, please, you two need to come back. Let's see next episode. Otherwise, I might not even watch it because I didn't watch. Like, it was just a bit annoying this episode. No shade, no tea. But what I want to realize is, why is Lucas constantly focusing on makeup as a flaw? Why has he associated makeup with a flaw? Makeup has been something bad. Makeup and deceiving yourself and hiding yourself. It's not every day like that, and it's not that deep. I can understand that less is more, and I kind of like that myself as well. But like, I don't understand, people wearing constantly caked makeup, it's not always to do with insecurities. They might just want to look good for that night, or maybe they just don't know how to do the makeup and they flopped. Whatever the case. But I thought, let me know what you guys think of this, my review, what I'm saying. Let me know what you guys think about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my review. Let me know what you guys think about this background. Do you prefer me to sit on my bed like I was, or do you prefer this with the light ring? Whatever you guys say, I will do, because obviously you guys are watching me, so it makes sense. Hit me up on my Instagram, my Snapchat, and my YouTube. Please subscribe button if you guys like my reviews. Let me know what you guys think of this video. So I'm just stretching. Tanasha versus Tanuke nonsense that he said, as if he's glorifying one woman and, you know, degrading one. Like, I didn't like that comment either, and it is coming across like that, even if his intentions were in the right place. Chima, I don't know what she's adding to the conversation. She's now turning into Team Furniture. Unfortunately for me, Azraya and I made good points. So did Esther the guest. Esther Falana was talking a lot, but she did make some good points somewhere along the lines. Yeah, why is Wild in the show? Omar, you've lost my credibility. I'm not really checking for you anymore, and you didn't make any good comments this entire 42 minutes, unfortunately. I do understand that the question is there for you. You're not prepped for it, so therefore it can be quite hard. But that shows that there's a lack of adaptability for a particular person when they've got a question to answer. So let me know what you guys think about this particular review. I'm very upset with this entire episode. There wasn't a lot of great points that were made. They were constantly focusing on young girls and how they've been constantly suppressed, and it's upsetting. Focus on that for a minute or two, I understand, but do not galvanize that into an entire 42-minute review, because there's plenty of different things to talk about as well. Men wear it. Let's not blame women as if it's a huge fault. Let's not make men force women to justify for their actions, because that wasn't an actual question. I wasn't here for it. Let me know what you guys think of my review. As I said, subscribe if you guys want to, and enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and I'll catch you guys soon. Like, oh my god, this light ring though. I'm just want to say, hide your girls, hide your. No, I'm joking. Like, I'm not clapped, but.